Happy New Year, African Queen Mo family and friends. How are you doing? Ooh, we've made it to 2024. Wow. So much to be grateful for. So much. I thank God that you're here. I thank God that you've been with me. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. This is a gratitude show just to say thank you to you, and also a recommitment to you to let you know that guess what? I'm still here. And we continue this year. This year is going to be a little bit different because, as you know, so many changes have been taking place in the world, and the only thing that doesn't change is change itself. Yeah? You can't stop change from happening. Yeah? Just like culture, you can't stop culture from changing. So it's important that we change with the times. We can't continue being the person that we were last year or the year before. So it's time to turn over a new leaf. So let's go. Today I'm heading over to do a bit of shopping. So I thought, okay, again, the best place to talk to you is when I'm in the car. Yeah. For those of you who have never seen me in your life, okay, my name is African Queen Mo, and I am based in Cardiff, which is in Wales. And Wales is part of the United Kingdom. I have been here since about last year, around September last year, like on a more full-time basis. Yeah, I've been here. And I'm originally from Kenya, although I call myself a global citizen because I'm very well traveled. Highly, highly traveled. I know many of you are well traveled, but there was a time I thought I was actually working for an airline because I was traveling a whole lot. And the reason I talk about travel is not to show off about traveling, but just to let you know that I have exposure to so many different people and cultures and countries. What that does is that it gives me a very wide lens from which to view the world that we're in. Yeah? It's a privilege to travel. Those of you who haven't had a chance to travel, I would encourage you to go. Whether it's for work, whether it's for tourism, whether it's just to learn, even if it's traveling to the next city or the next town. It's important to travel so that you have a wide lens of life. We have a saying in my culture, in my traditional language, and it says, "He who does not travel believes his mother's cooking is best." Yeah, and you see it a lot. What it means is that that person who does not travel, he or she who does not travel, thinks his mother's cooking is best. Our people were wise, very wise guys, very, very, very wise. Wow, it is a very, very, very wet day here in Wales, and I am splashing all over. Oh my goodness, it's like floods. Oh my God. Okay, hey, it's a very wet day here. I'm not going to turn the camera around yet, but maybe on the way back I'll show you how it's been raining. Oh my God, it's like really flooded. I've never seen this kind of thing, really. Okay, so I'm getting a bit distracted here by the weather because instead of a cold Christmas, we've had a very, very wet Christmas. Very wet. Very. It's been raining and raining and raining and raining and raining. And Wales is the wettest part of the United Kingdom. The wettest. The wettest. We have the most rainfall. So you imagine it's already raining so hard. And then on top of that, we have the wettest weather. So when you travel, like I said, you open up your mind. So today is going to be a day for saying thank you. Thank you to you. Thank you to my creator, your creator, our creator, for creating us, for giving us life, for letting us see another day. Giving thanks to friendships, giving thanks to people, showing people that you love them, showing people that you're grateful to them. Let me tell you about a friend of mine who unfortunately lost her life towards the end of December, around between December 27th and 29th last year, 2023. Unfortunately, she got the news that her sister had lost her life, that she had died. And her sister had come from the US, and she is a YouTuber. She had a channel called Africa Hut Spirit, and she was promoting African culture and educating people about our language and our customs as Africans. And I thought that was a really interesting dimension to take. And I watched a few of her videos. But in December last year, over the Christmas break, just after Christmas, before the new year, a video just came into my stream. And the person's name is Jackson254 TV. This is a Gulf-based YouTuber, which is, like the Gulf states of Dubai and all those. So Jackson TV video came into my stream, and I started watching this video about this lady who had this YouTube channel called Africa Hut Spirit. This lady, her name is Kathy, and I was just watching, and then immediately at the same time, I got a message from a friend of mine in America, in Arizona, okay, with a picture of my friend, my other friend, my friend called Frida. It had a picture, and I looked at it. I said, "Oh, Frida has an event or something is happening." So I read it, and I couldn't believe it, because what I saw there was that we were saying goodbye to the dearly departed friend of ours. Now, my friend who is in Arizona and I were colleagues of this lady who passed away. And I was like, what? I just spoke to Frida. I just spoke to my friend last year. And we were just talking, and she was telling me, you know what, I'm really happy now. And now she's happy. And I'm like, so happy for her. And I'm telling her, this is wonderful. I'm so happy for you. She was a doting mom. And when we were colleagues, yeah, she was working as a human resource manager for our organization. And she gave me a lot of opportunities to bake cakes for the organization, for people's birthdays. As a single mom then, I used to bake cakes so that I could supplement my income, because my income wasn't enough. I was paying a lot of money in school fees for my son, and whatever income you get, it's never enough. So I was supplementing it. Every weekend, I would bake cakes, and my cousin, who's an expert cake baker, by the way, she would come and decorate because she used to live near my house. So I used to bring these cakes, to the office just to share with people. And she said, you know what, Mo, why don't you bake cakes for people in the office? Bake cakes for our birthdays, bake cakes for... I said, really? Okay, that's no problem. Give me the list of staff and their birthdays, and I'll bake cakes, no problem. So we agreed on the rate, and I started baking cakes. Well, she supported it, and the office came up with a budget for everybody's birthday where they'd get a cake and a card signed by everyone. I thought that was really sweet, because it was, just, our way of celebrating each other. Such a positive working environment that she created herself as a human resource manager in the office. So we were all very close. So when my friend wrote, that message, we were both grieving, because she's one of our colleagues. She's a very special colleague. That lady I used to work with in an international organization in Kenya, and she was our human resource manager. She was also my friend beyond being a human resource manager. She supported me when I was in the office, when I was a single mom at that time, around early 2000 there. And I used to bake at home just as a hobby. I used to bake lovely cakes and bring them to the office to share. And one day she said to me, Mo, you can actually bake birthday cakes for people in the office, and we as an organization are going to support you. I was like, what? That's fantastic. You see what people can do to elevate each other if you choose to do that. So she started to, so they created a budget and decided, because they liked my cakes, they was either supposed to buy them, from the shop or get them from me. I used to use the best ingredients, guys. The tops, kiwi fruit, fresh cream, butter. I would never use rubbish on my cakes. I would always use the best quality stuff. So I was a real big baker, and she really got us, the whole office, interested in my cakes. And I thank God for all the colleagues who are going to watch this, and I thank you all guys for supporting my baking business. And that baking business, what it did for me at that time is that it helped me to supplement my income. And with that money, I used to put petrol in my car, which I had bought. Again, within the same organization, what she did for us as a human resource, together with the financial manager, is that they enabled some of us to buy cars. Like me, I did not have a car at that particular time. It was just early in President Kibaki's reign. So, they had opened up the entrepreneurship space, and the banks were calling people and lending people money. But I had no way to borrow money because I had no collateral. You know, I had nothing, you know, to support any sort of funding. So between the human resource management and the financial managers, and of course the director of the organization, they came up with a scheme where they could lend you a certain proportion of your budget. So together with the driver in the office, the driver took me, you know, we went around looking for cars. I looked at cars, and the driver, I remember in the office, said, you know what, a woman like you is not supposed to drive a small car. Because our work involved a lot of field work. You need to buy a big car so that when you go to the farms, you can come back with a lot of carrots and potatoes and things for your family. I thought, yeah, by the way, that makes sense, yeah. Between the human resource manager, my friend, and the driver and the finance manager, I managed to borrow the deposit. I organized with that car dealership, an Asian gentleman who happened to be sitting on the board of one of the banks, apparently. He convinced his bank to lend me money because of the fact that I had a contract with the company I was actually working. And I'll tell you what, I signed that contract to pay off that car within 3 years, and I paid it off within 1 year and 2 months. I believe, how many months is that? 14 months. Within 14 months, I had finished paying off that car. You know, I had paid off all the loans, I had paid off the car, okay? But that was because of the intervention of my friend, intervention of my colleagues, intervention of my managers at the office. So I want to give gratitude this time to all the managers in my office, and including my friend who passed away, unfortunately, in end of December. Now, the circumstances of her death right now are still being investigated. Unfortunately, also, her death is tied to a story that is making the rounds on social media, where a lady in a village called, is it Nyabahanze, associated with Nyabahanze, a lady who was attending a famous YouTuber's party and also workshop for YouTubers. His name is I Am Mara. I'm sure you know about I Am Mara. So unfortunately, her sister came from the US, and her name is Kathy, and she attended that party and was interviewing people and trying to grow her YouTube base. And she rented a room outside of Mara's house. She rented a room within the village. It's actually in the village, which is not her own village, of her stay at the end of the party, when she had finally uploaded a very beautiful video. And I'm actually going to attach a link to her video here, Kathy's video. Her channel was called I Am Hot Spirit, and I'm going to attach a link to her video down here. So she recorded a video, teaching people how to say kwaheri ya kuonana, which means kwaheri and let me see you again. And I remember at the end of that video, she said something that was so scary. She said, and did I hear you guys say ya kuonana? Because she said kwaheri, and then she said, did I hear you all say ya kuonana? That means to see you again. And she ended it there. And I'll tell you guys, you know, sometimes the words of our mouths are prophetic, and they're spiritual. We are spiritually connected, guys. We are connected spiritually. Be careful what you say from your mouth, because whatever you say from your mouth may actually be manifested in reality. And I do not, and this is not, I'm not even trying to say anything like she manifested her death or anything like that. But I'm just saying, when you connect the dots back in the back, you know, with the benefits, of course, of hindsight, when you connect the dots, yeah, she was probably saying goodbye. So after recording this video, for some reason, you know, she didn't stay another night. She died. She died. She was found apparently dead in her hotel room. Now, I was so shocked. Me and my evaluative brain, I went into I've been uncovering, digging, trying to uncover this link between my friend who passed away and her sister who passed away in Nyabahanse. And I came across different videos, and I'll put links to those videos down below this video so that you can go and watch them yourself, you know, and see who was around this lady, how she passed away, who else is bringing up videos about her and all that. But the reason why my friend died, apparently, according from what I hear so far, she saw her sister's body, and she, I think, couldn't take it. She couldn't take the trauma, and she collapsed and died. She collapsed and died. So now we have two funerals that we're looking at. We're looking at her sister, yeah, and herself. This is a very tragic story, guys. And it's just to remind us that Life is not guaranteed tomorrow or even the next minute. What we have to say is whenever you meet a person, whenever you interact with people, be very mindful of the fact that we are only here for a period. And also, when we interact with our environment and with other people, let us interact in a way that they will think positively of us when we leave them. Because, like, for example, when I think about my friend, who passed away, her name is Frida, when she passed away, my friend who passed away, when I think about her, I only think about good things. I think about the fact that she supported my business. I think about the fact that when I had a baby in 2010 and lost her, unfortunately, due to a heart condition in the hospital, she and her twin daughters came to see me and encouraged me so much. What I want to say is, I think that we should always be mindful of this year, 2024. Let us agree to be mindful of the words that we speak, the way that we engage, and how we make others feel. Let us also do our very best to help each other, to come up the ladder, to come up the ranks. You see, the stories I was telling you about this girl are things that she did to elevate me. I will do my best, and I commit to doing my best to elevate anybody who comes to my channel, anyone who supports me, anyone who engages with me and wants to engage with me positively. I will do my best to elevate you, as I hope that you will also do your best to elevate me. One of the ways you can elevate me, of course, is by supporting my channel. Of course, is by, sharing the video, and also adopting some of the things that I say to you. So that, for example, if we decide that we're going to use this year to be nice to each other, to be kind to one another, to elevate each other, to give them something positive to say about us when we are gone, because we are not going to be here forever. Yeah. So if you want to do that, let's do it. This is the challenge for this year. I have decided that my friend's death is not going to be in vain. Yeah. That I am going to continue with her spirit of goodness, and her sister as well. Her spirit of goodness, her spirit of positivity, and also calling out what is wrong, which is me now. Okay. I always call out things when they're going wrong, and also trying to improve myself and improve the lives of other people. I will do that. So I hope that you'll be also willing to support my channel, and to support me as I grow my channel. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm also going to start to provide a PayPal, because I'm almost getting to 1,000 subscribers now. I'm going to start, and we're allowed actually to already start, even posting things like merchandise and things like that, which I would love to do. So if you can support me, I will support you, and I will support you because of the memory of my friend. So thanks, guys. I'm not going to say too much right now. Again, I've come for my shopping and I'm late, so let me rush, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to my channel, and thank you so much for everything, guys. And I want to say goodbye to my friend. And for those of you who have lost loved ones, by the way, those of you who lost loved ones in 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, yeah, the last 3 years have been hard. Those of you, anybody who has lost a loved one, my sympathies to you. Yeah, huge hugs to you. Huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs. Let's learn to be kind to one another, because this world is not easy. Yeah, but we will make it. We will make it through, guys. We will make it, and we will grow old together. Let's pray for old age. When you see an older person, don't look down on them, because they have managed to fight so many battles to be where they are. So let's respect the elderly. Let's do what we can for the elderly. Let us also, work and look after each other now, because we really need each other. Much love to you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Toodoo. Thank you.